The news are getting bigger and bigger. Maybe there's gonna be war one day. Maybe the inflation is gonna get worse. If you watch the news, there is a lot of stuff going on that's unsure. We don't know what's coming up. So that's the reason why I make today's video about making your own emergency preparedness kit. Hi, my name is Karen from Prepared and Sustainable Living. I make videos about outdoor hunting, fishing, gardening, agriculture, self-sufficiency, emergency preparedness, and everything else that homesteading and all that goes in this area you can think of. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make an emergency preparedness kit, and how that is going to look like depends on a lot of factors. You have to decide yourself. Sorry, my dog is turning nuts. One reason is how big is your family? Are you alone? Are you a couple? Do you have kids? Do you have pets? Do you bug out or bug in? If we have to bug out, hey, it's definitely not staying behind. So I have to be sure that he has what he needs as well. So what do you need for emergency preparedness kit? First, we talk about the package. So where do you put it? And you have different options. You only need a small preparedness kit. A duffel bag is going to be perfectly fine if you want to have one. What I like to use for food items are totes because they're really cheap. The rodents don't go in there. And if I have to only grab small things, I can at least grab a bucket full of food, the bow arrows and the guns, and we could provide for ourselves. Another option, I only have a small one here right now because the big ones are in use, would be backpacks. Big hiking back or trekking backpacks are probably better than that because you have more room in here. But again, if you only need small things, I think the duffel bag, for example, in my case would be perfectly fine to get my dog stuff together, his food, his toys, his whatever he needs. But for food or for us, it would be too small. Another option would be, for example, could be a suitcase. I still have some of my old clothes in here, but we do have suitcases around here we could use for clothes perfectly fine, get totes for food, and the duffel bag for the dog or something like that. So that covers the first part of where do you put it in. I mean, there are tons of other options. We didn't talk about it yet. Here, all in all, it depends on what you have, what your budget is, if you bug out or in, if you bug out with car or by foot, and from there you can basically do whatever you have and need to get everything for your family ready. Another important point after the package is food and water. Let's start with water. You can just buy water at the store in bottles and take that with you. There are those, I don't have one because that's right now out of our budget, but yet they have those camel packs where you have your water as a backpack. You can use one of them, or like I have, if you don't like plastic, like I have, I bought that from home. I have another one too. There are thermos versions, thermos bottles too. You can take aluminum bottles, or they are light. They keep these ones keep the water cold for quite a while. The other ones, of course, thermos also keep it warm for a while. If you take tea, coffee, soup, whatever with you, and you have some water this way. If you do take something that small, even if you take more than one, you do need to be able to filtrate your water. There are cheap options, for example, on Amazon, where you have those drink straw that filtrate the water you drink out of the lake or the river right away when you drink. Or you can make your own water filtration. There are DIY options. I put the picture I found on that the city prepper made. An example like that, I link his video right here in a video soon myself if you want to see me doing it as well, so you can in my own version, so you can see what I plan on doing with just what I have around. I try to make everything I can with as less money as possible and with what I have available. I have buckets, I have stones and sand and stuff like that laying around, so I can build stuff myself, and that's the plan for this filtration system as well, which I can, if I want, just keep in my car, and if we need to go, I have something to get us clean water, and the dog too if he needs, even though dogs are pretty not really picky in how clean the water is when they drink. But you would have clean water available. Brings us to food. What food take you with you? So food is a tricky thing. You can take your own food. That one's applesauce. The jars are pretty heavy. They can break. They can freeze. But it's my food, I know where it comes from, and I like it. Another option, if you can't make your food yourself, is canned food. That one's pretty cheap. You can get cans really cheap in big bulk in the store. Put it aside and use it at home, and if you need to bug out, you have it here. As the disadvantage, it also takes a lot of room and a lot of weight, so it depends on how you bug out, it's gonna be a problem. If I just can load it in my car, I don't care how heavy it is. As long as it fits in a car, I can stuff my car full and go with what I have. But if you need to bug out by food, there are those food in Mylar bags that emergency food, but those are quite expensive again, which is definitely out of my budget, but they're an option as well. You can use those. I have some more like I have that rice cauliflower here, but you can have that different too. You normally put that thing 90 minutes in a microwave, but you can also cook it over the fire. It's lighter, it's done fast, it's already finished, does only need to get heat up. I mean, you put that thing in a microwave for 90 seconds, so it's already cooked. You can have that. I know you can have it with rice. I think you can have it with noodles, and I'm pretty sure you can have it with potatoes and other stuff too. Other light option that's not too expensive are those dried meals. These dried meals are lightweight, they're easy to take you. They are taking more time to cook than the bags I just showed you, but they have a little bit more options, but they also need water. So if you take something as light as that, it doesn't take a lot of room. You do need to consider the water you need to take with you too. They normally also put meat and stuff like that in it, which normally those finished meats in meals in the bag already have in it. So if you don't have meat, you just take those dry noodles with the seasoning, and instead of milk, put water in and eat it this way. But if it gets hard on hard, you eat what you have, or you get your food yourself. And there's one more food item to consider, which is probably one of the most praised prepper foods: peanut butter. Peanut butter has a lot of calories, but it also keeps you going. A small amount of peanut butter gives you enough calories to keep going if you don't have enough food. If you have ration in it, a serving of that, which is only 2 tablespoons, gives you 180 calories. It gives you carbohydrate. Well, the cauliflower might be healthy and gives you vitamins, but a serving of that one, which is, by the way, about 3 times as much in weight as that one, only gives you 20 calories and a little bit of carbohydrate. And if it gets hot, it might be also cold, and maybe you need to make shelter and get food, and in worst case scenario, that stuff keeps you going. That stuff's healthy, but it doesn't keep you going if you have nothing else. So that's something else to consider. You can make a dog treat out of that stuff too. I have 2 canisters of peanut butter on the side because Zeke, our dog, likes it so much. I want to show how to make dog treats out of peanut butter. If you want to see that as well, let me know in the comments and we can make that happen. I could now have half an hour talk about what kind of clothes you need, and it would not help you anything at all, because it depends on the season, it depends on your needs, it depends on where you are, it depends on so many things I cannot tell you and predict. So I only tell you a couple of small things. Keep enough warm clothes. Be sure that you have enough layer. You can put take layers off, you can put layers on. What you can't do is getting warm again when you're already cold and you need to keep going for a couple hours. So I like my fleece jackets. I have some other jackets too I can put over each other. That one is so big that it's actually way too big for me, but I easily can put 1-2 more layers on it. Another thing I like is having my hand knitted scarves or socks or gloves or hats, which perfectly fine help you keeping you warm. Another thing are those insulated gloves. They are fleece lined and they're 100% waterproof, so they stay warm and especially they stay dry. If you need to work outside in the winter and you can't just go inside and get warm, those are really nice to have. They're big enough that I could put another pair of gloves on it if I need to. A trick I learned when I was working in garden center salesperson was, if you get cold hands in your gloves, put vinyl gloves under your gloves. They help you insulate a little bit and keeping your hands warm and dry. Another trick I learned in landscaping is that you have those soles you put into your shoes, but sometimes they're just not enough. They don't insulate enough maybe. A lot of them have some aluminum foil on one side, so it helps insulate, and it's still not enough. Put some newspaper at the under, so the shoe, the newspaper, and your sole. This way, newspaper is perfect to help you insulating, keeping your shoe, your foot on your toes dry and especially warm if you have to be outside for a long period of time. And those are small tricks that help me staying warm, but there are way more out there. I probably don't even know about it. So if you have a trick for everybody and for me, put it in the comments below, and we all learn from each other and getting us all better prepared. I of course won't show you every single detail I do. That's a little bit also something that should be, as much as we help each other, private. You're not going to tell everybody you have $10,000 in your house neither. So, and it doesn't help if I say I do it exactly this way. You can copy it one by one because you're a different person. There are recommendations what you need for example, 72 hours emergency prepared kit from the FDA, and other countries have that from their government as well. Let me know if you want a video about that, and I show you what you should have just in general per adult person as a 72 hours emergency preparedness kit in case you have to, for example, get evacuated. One important thing so far is also, if you have your food stored for emergencies, use it. Rotate it, use it, restock it so it doesn't go bad, and only buy what you actually like. It's not like, well, they say you need to have beets. I hate beets, but they say you have to have it, so I buy it. It's my merch. Or it's, well, they have cheap beets, I need to have beets. I hate beans, but I need to have beets. I actually love beets, but it's an example. It's not gonna help you if you don't like your food. If you're in an emergency, yes, people say you eat what you have, but you also need to be sure you have your comfort food. It might sound silly now, but every one of us has that 1 or 2 different comfort food that helps us feeling better. You don't need to have your whole bag full. I'd say get you a couple of Snickers or a couple of Reese's cups, or just a little bit something of a good treat you can eat from time to time during bug out, during emergencies, that makes you feel better when you're down. That helps your morale stay up and keep going. And by the way, black chocolate is one that really pushes your endorphins. Even if you don't like chocolate that much, and I'm not a big fan of black chocolate, but that's the best way to make your happy feelings coming up a little bit if you don't feel good. I mean, that's the reason why women eat chocolate when you're moody, right? So think about it. Another thing you need is a first aid kit. There's some cheap, easy ones that have the most important things in it you need, and then you can back up with making your own bandages or buy some. make some blends, tinctures, salts, like I want to do more myself, and make it this way a little bit cheaper. You can get a big first aid kit. One more thing or two more things you might need is something like fishing rods or weapons or something to get your own food if you're out for a longer period of time. A tent like we have out on the shelf is really important as well. We also have some camping dishes just to give you a little bit of comfort. It's not absolutely necessary, but we use them for camping anyhow, so we have it. Never wrong have with you is some rope. You never know what you use that for, because it's one of the most important survival things. I can make a little bit more survival and other techniques, like we can make some nuts together, we can make some tinctures and salts together, we can make some talk about survival skills together. But the most important skill you have is right here. Use your mind, stay calm, and get yourself skills. Even if you got everything taken away, you still provide shelter, food, first aid if needed, and water. If I take everything away, just what you have on your body, then you're really prepared. I'm not there yet, but step by step with this channel as well, step by step I will go one step closer at a time. We'll go there, and I would like to make the journey together with you. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Tell me what you want to see more, tell me what you want to see less, what you like, what you don't like, and I'll hope to see you on the next video. Till then, stay prepared and sustainable.